Welcome back everyone to another episode of Minecraft Better Than Adventure. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a very happy holidays. I apologize that this episode is a few days late. That was because of the holidays. I've actually been so busy and so tired recently that I'm recording this at 9 p.m. again. Yay. Also, you may have noticed, but I've switched up my armor sets so that I can max out these stats the best possible. I found that having a steel chestplate and diamond everything else works best. Alright, let's get into the sign garden. First up is Smurf71. Then we have Oculus, Crit Hall, Steve Dumb, Snail Badnick Enjoyer, Diamond Strider, Zero Lency, Quadrilige, and Mateo Lion SK. A huge thank you to these 9 people for watching until the end of last episode. You guys are amazing as always. You know, I think I should eventually reward the people that have appeared multiple times on these signs like this, because there's definitely some repeat names, and these repeat names are very dedicated, and I'm really grateful for you guys. Anyways, today I'm going to be trying something new and different. Today I'm going to be building a submarine as suggested by Mateo Lion SK. Now, obviously, because we're going to be building a submarine, it's going to be yet another underwater build. However, this time, I want to build it over here in this area, since this area doesn't get much love. I'm also going to be trying a different technique for building underwater this time around. Normally, I just kind of go underwater and wing it, but this time around, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making use of gravel. You can also use sand. Alright, so I've got this little platform here, and I also have a platform underwater here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work above water using blocks that fall with gravity. And I'm going to be trying, when I build on these here, to basically build the inside. So once this falls onto this platform down below, I can build around it and build the submarine from there. I'm not sure how much easier this is going to be than just building it normally underwater, but I thought I might as well try it at least once. If you've never tried this technique, basically what I'm trying to do here is make it so that all of the inside of the submarine will be filled with gravel, and then I can just build around the gravel on the outside, forming the submarine, and then I can just break the gravel on the inside and I won't have to use any sponges, and hopefully it will make building this entire thing a lot easier. Well, that certainly took a lot less gravel than I was expecting, but you can sort of see the shape of a submarine now. Okay, now here's where we start breaking the dirt underneath here and just letting it fall down. And there we go. We have the entire formation of the underwater. Alright, so now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be referencing everything to build this entire thing. This is going to be the hardest part, building underwater. And well, there's the submarine. It may not look like much, but I tried to make it look like almost a mix of a military submarine and sort of a normal one. It's sort of military-like in the fact that it doesn't have many windows and it's that dark gray color, but it's slightly more of a normal one in the fact that it has an entrance up top like this. And by the way, the glass trapdoor I haven't made much use of before until now. It is definitely nice to be making use of the glass trapdoor like this. But yeah, all in all, I think it turned out really cool if you ask me. If you ask me, it definitely looks like a submarine, even with the top poking out like this a little bit so that we know it's here. And I made the propeller out of this stuff, slate, which this is the first time I've ever used slate, and I think it's a cool block. Now what I want to do is I actually want to put a few things inside, because we really haven't put much inside yet. Now I know I normally don't really decorate the inside of my builds, but if we go in here, you'll see why. I want to really put a few things in here because it's sort of empty right now, you know? Not much in here. and I would love to decorate it more than it already has. I'm thinking I'm gonna put a glowstone right here, gonna put some chests. I'm gonna make this look like it's almost like in use in a military sort of way, you know? I'll put a seat right here and then a few more here, and then I'll decorate it. And also, fun fact, this is a bit of a brag, but I've actually been in a military submarine before. It was an old one, but I've actually been in a real submarine underwater. It was in place, so it wasn't moving, but it was underwater. It was in San Diego. It was like some sort of museum. I think it was called like the Maritime Museum or something. They had a trade ship, they had a steamboat, they had a pirate ship, and they had a military submarine. And submarines are super cramped. At least that old one I went into was super cramped. So this kind of reminds me of that, you know, being super cramped, especially once we decorate it, you'll see what I mean. And it's really weird building a sort of submarine that I've been in. Like this might be one of the first builds that I've built that I've actually been inside of. Although now that I think about it, the trade ship that we built, like I said, that museum that had the submarine also had the trade ship. So I've also been inside of that before. I think I'm going to bring some of this in there too. I'm not sure if I'll use it or not, but it can help with decoration. Same with the bookshelves. I'll keep some cobbled basalt on me. We'll bring a crafting table in there. I'm grabbing the blocks that I can, just trying to think like, what can I build out of this, you know? I think that should work. Yeah, look at that. You can kind of see it underwater in the distance with a bit of it poking out like that. I think that turned out really well looking like that. Oh, and I actually owe you guys an apology. I didn't realize it, but the world difficulty actually spreads across multiple worlds. So that means that when I set my difficulty to peaceful in my creative test world and I logged on to here, it was also set to peaceful, which explains why we haven't ran into any mobs in a while. That was on me. I really didn't realize, I promise, that I didn't realize we were on a peaceful mode like that, and I'm sorry for cheating you all like that. But now I've set it back to normal mode, which is, I think, it is the difficulty that we started on, so I'm gonna leave it there. Although I will have to remember to set it back to normal again when I set it to peaceful in my creative test world, and oh boy, is beta Minecraft weird. Alright, first things first, I want to put this back here. It kind of symbolizes the core, you know what I mean? I think it works better like this. Now I need to figure out where to place this workbench. I'm going to place it here for now, and I'm going to actually craft some stairs. And I want to use these stairs up here like this. Now it kind of looks like it's holding it up like that, you know? Alright, now for the seats. It's going to take a bit of imagination, but I'm thinking there's the sort of control like that. And then 2 more passenger seats right here. Place some bookshelves around maybe. Thinking maybe I place this here. And then a bookshelf. More bookshelves like that. I want this to be very tight feeling. I want it to feel like this is being worked in. Like that. That works. I think that kind of looks like it's very cramped and worked in. Now I want to add more seats back here in the very back. I mean, rest in peace to anyone who ends up sitting back here, but there has to be some people, you know? This is kind of like a mix of a busy passenger ship and a normal non-passenger military ship, you know? Because you have the seat here for the captain and he's driving here. And then you have the 2 like co-pilots or just 2 other important people here. Then you've got a bunch of workplace stuff here. Then more seats back here and a sort of core back there. I think that works. Although, wonder if I can add more to this. Yeah, that kind of looks interesting. I'll go with it. And there we go. The very cramped and busy submarine that is very lived in, that's for sure. Speaking of lived in, I wonder if I can actually get a bed down here. Now there is a bed down here in the submarine for any person who wants to live in a submarine. In fact, I was thinking move them here like this. There we go. That means they just look a little more comfortable. Now I've also got some buttons. I put the final button on the glowstone here like this just because I figured I could. And there's these here, these buttons right here like this when you come in. And then 2 more right here like this just for decoration purposes. But now I feel like we've definitely outdone ourselves with the amount of stuff here. So maybe we went a little overboard. However, I'm really happy with how this looks, honestly. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you made it this far, comment sub in the comments below because I want you to subscribe. No, it's because we're inside of a submarine. My bad. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Be sure to check out Foundations if you haven't.